Hey, what's going on, everybody? I had a couple requests for a little how-to tutorial on how to do one of the swing art painting things. So I'm gonna run you guys through a little setup here real quick. And this is kind of a trial run for me as I'm still trying to figure everything out. But I think we got it pretty well dialed in. So a little setup action, a little hook up on the ceiling there, a little fishing line, running it through a cup here so you can see that's what's going to hold the paint. And I'm going to do this one non-diluted paint with a 1/8 inch hole. You can see right in the middle of the cup there. 16 by 20 white canvases, and I'm going to put about 8 ounces of color. Brand I'm using these Apple Barrel, this one particular in cobalt blue. A variety of different colors and everything. So I think I'm gonna do a little blue here for a little while, and then we'll go from there. So gonna do a couple different colors on this one, and I will see how it goes. So a couple other setup things that I forgot. So I got the cup suspended approximately maybe 6 inches or so, maybe 4 to 5, 6 inches or so above the canvases here. And I think I'm going to change the way this one's going. I'm going to do a red-yellow combo. So I'm just going to throw some paint in here and we're going to see how it goes. So some of the things that I found out was in order to get the paint to flow, you're going to need to put much more paint in the cup than you anticipate going on the canvas. So I played with a couple different hole sizes and paint amounts, and I watered it down a couple times, and then I changed it a bit. So a couple different trial and error things, but I'm going to try this one. Again, it's an 1/8 inch hole, and we're going to put probably 3/4 of those cups in there. That's a 16 ounce cup, so maybe we'll go halfway, 8 to 10 ounces or so, and then we'll see how that turns out. So we get this paint tied up a bit here. All right, so I do have the hole in the bottom of the cup already, so I'm going to plug it with my hand in order to get the paint, and then I'll test the paint flow off the canvas just a little bit to see how it's going to go. But we're gonna give this a whirl here real quick. All right, so I just kind of ballparked that a little bit. It may be a little heavy, but again, I want more paint in than I wanted it to go. So I'm gonna pull it over the side here and see how good of a drip we have going. So it's not quite what I wanted. So I'm gonna see about making this hole one size bigger. Actually, I'm gonna let it drip for just a few minutes and see if we can get a stream. Now this is it's a little thicker than the other stuff I was using. So let me pour all of it in here and see how it goes. See if we can get a good stream going. My only concern with that is once I lose some of the paint, I might not get the stream that I want. Yeah, we're still a little drippy here. So me put a little bigger hole in the bottom of this cup here. We're gonna step it up to, let's step up to 5/32 for the size here. Well, trying to hold this here and not let it drip on the canvases, so we're going to try this a little different here. All right, so that's going to drip in there just a bit while I change out this drill bit. it's still a little drippy, so I still don't have it quite right. Yeah, it's still a bit drippy. Let's go up one more size. I'm gonna step up to 3/16 just for this one. Actually, guys, I don't want to go too crazy with this hole size because it's gonna make my lines too much. So I'm gonna redo this cup, and I'm gonna go back to 1/8 inch, and we're gonna see what we can do with it from there. So stand by. All right, guys. So we're back here, and what I've done in the interim is I have reset up the cup setup again with a brand new cup. Again, we went with the 1/8 inch drill bit hole in the bottom. Went ahead and did the red again. Did it 8 ounces of paint to 2 ounces of water. So a 4-to-1 ratio here. I think we got a pretty good ratio. So we're gonna go ahead and pour this in our dripping cup and see how that works out. See if we can get a good flow going here. So I'm gonna do this little pour. Oh yeah, that looks pretty good. So again, we got about 10 total ounces of liquid here by weight. So that's on a little food scale I have. So we'll try and get as much out of the cup here as you can. Let's check our drip here real quick. Oh yeah, good drip, good drip. So, okay guys, just cleaning off the canvas here a little bit. Got a couple dust spots. So idea is to try and do a little rotate here to try and get it to go all the way around. And we're gonna see what the pattern does. So here we go. All right, guys, so it's starting to slow a bit, so I'm gonna go ahead and catch it here. And that is gonna be the red for now. And I'm gonna put another color on it, but I'm gonna let it dry. So we will see what it looks like on the next one. Hey, what's going on, guys? Back here with video number 3. So I got a little overzealous on the process here. I wanted to get it checked out before I started this video. But you can see the yellow's going here. A couple little different changes. I stepped it down to the 3/32 drill bit. Pretty much the same consistency for the liquid. And I think this is actually going to work out a little bit better. So you can see on the red, got a little overlappy there, which I'm not thrilled about, but it'll give a little bit of depth. So I'm going to run this yellow this direction a little bit, and I'll catch it and go the other direction a little bit and see if we can't tidy up this swirl a little bit. So here's the second color. We're going to let this run for a little while. Feel free to fast forward through any of the portions of this video that aren't of interest. I know the pours can be a little bit long, but it's a little satisfying to see the pattern sometimes. So we'll just let this one go for a little bit, and then we'll take it and we'll spin it the other direction and see what we can do with it here. So enjoy. You can see here, guys, we're getting a little drippy, so I'm going to go ahead and pull this off, give it a little stir here real quick, and then we're going to throw it in another direction and see how we can finish this one up a little bit here. let's see what we can do here. All right, so we're not getting a good flow here, so I'm gonna pull it off, throw some water in here. We're gonna change our mixture just a little bit. I'm just gonna kind of eyeball this to see what we can do to get a good flow here. So just a little bit of tap water, mix it up a little bit, and kind of heavy stuff settles down to the bottom here just a little bit. So we're gonna change this up here a little bit and see if we can get a better flow going. Hole may get a little gummed up, but let's see what we can do with it here. Oh yeah, we're back in action here. So, all right, let's resume. We'll give it another throw here. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and catch this here. And that is gonna be the end of this one. All right, so I'm gonna let this one dry for a couple days and make sure we get it all good before I move it. And I will update with final pictures in a couple days. Thanks, everybody.